Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Kelly. This is KBellaBeauty, and it is my favorite time of the year, which is the fall time. I absolutely love the fall. Now, I've mentioned before that I live in Texas, but I'm from Michigan, and I don't typically miss Michigan. Like, I don't like the winters. I love that it's like warm all the time down here in Texas. But during the fall time, it gets a little sentimental. I miss Michigan. I miss cider mills and cider and donuts and haunted houses and the leaves changing colors. And fall has like always been my favorite season, especially like the month of October, my birthday month, and Halloween. And now that fall has graced us with its presence, I've seen a lot of videos coming out where people are talking about their fall favorites. And I'm really excited to do this video because it is a collaboration with my really good friend here on YouTube, Marguerite. I will list her channel down below. I will list her video down below. We've done a collaboration in the past. I will list that video down below. But Marguerite came to me, I want to say, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and she was like, hey, like, we should do another collab. So I was like, yes, I'm down. It is fall. I love fall. Let's do a collab. And Marguerite is so sweet. If you are not familiar with her, she knows so much about skincare. She has a lot of skincare videos on her channel, but she's also been uploading a lot. She just had a baby. She had a baby on my anniversary on June 23rd. And so she took a little break from YouTube, but she's back. And that girl, Marguerite, you have been uploading videos like one after another. So you have to check her out. She's amazing. I was going through a hard time like back in April, May, June. I was really dealing with some things, and she was one that like knew what was going on, and she would check on me and she would send me messages and, hey, how are you? Like, what's going on? If you ever need to talk, I'm here. And so I just really appreciate her friendship and how genuine she is as a person, and I just love her to pieces. So go follow her, go subscribe to her, tell her I sent you. You will love her. She's amazing. And Marguerite, thank you for collabing with me. So I have some favorites here for you, and there may be a little special giveaway at the end, so stay tuned for that, but let's jump right in. Please excuse the background noise of my dogs playing. I always think it's funny when like the girls that I'm friends with on YouTube, like Katie Marie or Rachel Terry or even Marguerite, if like their kids or their babies are making noise in the background, they're always like, oh, sorry, like my kids are here. Okay, well, I'm sorry my dogs are here, and I'm home alone with them right now, and they will literally, like if I was out on the couch, they'd be sleeping right now, but because I'm filming, they want to play, and they want to play in my room. So hopefully it's not too loud, and hopefully I don't have to stop too many times because it's loud and start again, but just so you know, it's happening right over here, and I'm sure you can hear it as we speak. Okay, so before I get into the products, I do want to let you know that I have dry skin. So a lot of the products that I picked out for my fall favorites and products that I tend to use more in the fall and winter time definitely gear towards dry skin. So I just want to start by letting you guys know that. So first up, I do have two face oils because in the summertime, it's kind of hit and miss with face oils, especially since I live in Texas. My skin's not always super dry in the summer, but I do have two face oils that I'm currently using and loving. One of them is the Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate. I heard Jamie Genevieve talking about this, and I've actually had this one since Christmas time. My friend Smags picked this up for me for Christmas, and it has like ginger root and sunflower and tamanu oils, and it just really hydrates the skin and like makes my skin feel nice and smooth. And I use this in the morning, so before makeup application, and I feel like if my skin looks really good before I apply makeup, then that's probably better for me. And then at night, I use an oil that's a little bit heavier, and it's just the Josie Maran 100% pure argan oil. This is not the Argan Oil Light. This is their original argan oil, and I picked this one up in the smaller size. It's 0.5 fluid ounces, the 15 milliliter size, And I just use a couple drops of this. I use it right after I wash my face before I moisturize. And this Kiehl's, I'm pretty sure I use after I moisturize, whereas this one I go in right after I've washed my face, I press it into the skin, I let it sink in for a little bit, and then I'll go in with my moisturizer. But I feel like oils are really important to my skin type, just to kind of hydrate my skin and keep my skin looking healthier, which in turn will make my face look better with makeup on. With foundations, I always kind of go for a lightweight foundation, but especially in the fall and winter time when my skin is more dry, I don't like to go in with really heavy full coverage foundations, because you start to see, especially around my nose, you start to see like dry patches. So two foundations that I really, really love. One I have on hand with me. It is what I'm wearing today, the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. I'm in the shade Fair Light Sand. This is the one with the dropper. I've used like half of it so far. I really, really love this foundation. This is a nice lightweight foundation. And then I'll insert a picture of the Urban Decay Naked Skin. That one, I've gone through like 2 or 3 bottles of it, and I want to pick another one up during the VIB sale because I am out of it. And I've actually been out of it for a while, but that is like a go-to for me, just because those two foundations, they're lightweight, but they still even out my skin tone. They give me some nice coverage, but it doesn't dry my skin out. So that's really important for me. I also really love warm toned eyes in the fall time, like those cranberries and oranges and deep reds. Like I just love champagnes. I love those colors. So that's typically what I go for in the fall time. And I have a few palettes that I reach for. One, I know I'm definitely gonna start reaching for this more. I haven't reached for it lately, but it's the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I really stick toward this side over here. You do have some cooler tones mixed in, but all these warm oranges, Primavera, it's a nice lid shade. This has some really nice, like a deep, rich red ochre, some really nice, rich, warm tones, which is typically what I go for. Another palette that I actually got last year, either in the fall or winter, I don't remember which, but it was the Tartelette Toasted palette. It was my very first palette from Tarte. It has a really big mirror, so I'm gonna try not to blind you, but these also have really, really warm shades. You have like these really rich cranberry colors, but you do have some neutrals. The only 2 shades that I'm not a huge fan of, I don't like this Crackle shade down here, which has like chunky glitter in it, and then this shade right here, Candle, I think is the name. This one has a lot of fallout, but this is definitely a really nice warm tone shade that I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of use out of now that we are heading into the fall time. And if you didn't know, I did film the like my perfect fall makeup palette, so I can leave that right here if you're interested. But I did pull out some of my favorite fall shades from Makeup Geek, and so I have a whole video explaining these shades, talking about them, swatching them. But again, you have some rich oranges, a copper, you have some cranberry shades, some greens, just some nice, warm, rich tones that make me think of fall. I do have one blush palette that I typically don't find myself using a lot in the spring and summer, but I pull it out every fall and winter, and it is this blush palette by Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Blush Palette. I'm pretty sure it came out 3 years ago, maybe? I want to say 3 years ago, and my friend Smags picked it up for me as a birthday present. It's the blush that I'm wearing today, but I really, really like these blushes because I mix them together. This shade right here is my favorite. I think this is Mood Exposure. This one's Incandescent Electra, and then I think this is Luminous Flush, and I really like to mix these two together, or even the middle with this Mood Exposure shade over here. This one's more neutral, and it just creates a nice flush on my cheeks, and I almost feel like it gives me a little bit of a sheen without like any kind of glitter. So I will definitely be getting a lot of use out of that in the fall and winter time as well. Now, if my video randomly looks a little different, part of the luxury of filming on your cell phone and not having a viewfinder is that my phone stopped filming. and so I had to restart. So I think I'm supposed to pick up with lips now. And I had a bunch of swatches on my hand. My hand is a little stained, but I tried to clean it off. So I really love fall lips. I love deep and dark and vampy lips. And so that's what I'm wearing today. That's what I'm going to talk to you about, are some of my favorite fall lips. The first being this wine color that I'm wearing right now. This is Ofra and Kathleen Light's Havana Nights. I typically am not a super red person. I go for more like wines and berries shades, so this one is really, really pretty for the fall time. But sometimes you need a good red. Sometimes you need a really good red, and for me, that is the Too Faced Melted Matte in the shade Lady Balls. Every single time I wear this red shade, without fail, I get compliments on it because it's not very orange, but it's not heavily blue. It's just a nice, pretty, like solid red shade. And every single time I wear this, I am told how nice it looks on me. So I typically wear this more for like holidays or special occasions or date nights, but you always kind of need like a go-to red to fall back on. I also have this lipstick by NYX. It is the Soft Matte. This is the metallic lip cream in the shade Rome. And I didn't realize this was metallic when I first got it. I thought it was just part of their regular lip creams, but this is a metallic. So here it is here. Now this is not something that I would reach for every day, but if I do want a little bit of a bold lip, maybe I have more of a neutral eye, I want something a little bit different, this is a very metallic, like plum, almost like a, yeah, I guess like a plum undertone, and so it's really, really pretty, but this is not something that like I would wear in the spring or summer. It's more fall toned for me. Then we have some lipsticks by MAC. This one is in Diva. It's another wine shade. This one is very similar to the one I'm wearing, but it just gives you a nice, this is a matte formula. It's not too drying though, but it gives you a nice like wine, deep like wine burgundy color. So this is really, really pretty if, again, you want a statement bold eye. Then I picked up a fan favorite, a cult favorite by MAC Cosmetics. This one is a satin. Satins and cream sheens are my favorite formula, and it is Rebel. Now looking at it, at first I was like, that's gonna be real dark. But to my surprise, Rebel is a very berry shade. It definitely is not deep, it's not dark, it's not as dark as it looks in the tube, it's much more berry. So this is more wearable if you're not necessarily going for a bold look. Maybe you have some eyeshadow on, but you still want something that like screams fall, a good berry. That is Rebel. And then this lipstick I picked up recently, it's Viva Glam 3, and I saw this one, I swatched it, and I was like, that would be really good for fall as well. This one is another almost like a plum shade. It has those deep plum undertones, but this one's more wearable. It's like a brown plum. It's not something that's necessarily going to stick out like the metallic or Rebel and be very bright. It's just nice and deep and rich. But every now and then, you need a nude to fall back on. But in the fall and winter time, I don't want a nude that's like a light nude. I want more of a deeper nude. And so Velvet Teddy is my go-to for the fall. Now Velvet Teddy is a matte formula, but it's a very, very comfortable matte. If your complexion is darker than mine, this might be a little bit light on you, but against my skin tone with my complexion, this is a deeper nude, and that's what I look for in the fall time, is a nude that's not going to be as nude as I would want it in the summer, but to have a little bit of depth and dimension, and Velvet Teddy gives that to me. And before I finish up the makeup section, I should have included this before the foundations, but I forgot. Priming is very important if you are a dry skin girl, probably if you're oily too and you want to keep your oils at bay, but my skin is very dry. So before I go in with foundation, I want to help it any way that I can, and my all-time favorite foundation primer is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. This one has the coconut water, it feels very nice on the skin, it's super hydrating, but gives me a little bit of tack so that I know my foundation is going to stick. And I'm also giving this guy a second chance this fall. I did try out the Smashbox Primerizer. This is the primer and moisturizer in one. So many people talk about how they love this, and I feel like if you have dry skin, a primer and a moisturizer, like that's what you're looking for. But I tried this before and I remembered not being wowed by it. Like it wasn't bad, but it just didn't blow my socks off. But I picked it up today, and this is the smaller size. It's 0.5 fluid ounces, but I want to try it out and I want to see what all the hype is about, because this is definitely like a YouTube cult favorite. So I want to love it. I really want to love it. So I picked that up, and I'm hoping that will be a good primer for fall as well. Now, I am in love with Bath & Body Works fall scents. They are my absolute favorite. I love them year round. I love the wallflowers. I love the lotions. But most of all, I love the candles. I love Bath & Body Works 3-wick candles, specifically their fall scents. So I have a few of my favorites that I would like to share with you. The first being the one that you can see in my mirror burning in the background. This is Vanilla Pumpkin Marshmallow, and this is probably my #1 favorite. Like, I stock up on this every single fall. I burn it all year round. I get the wallflowers in warm vanilla, Vanilla Pumpkin Marshmallow, and it doesn't smell heavily pumpkin. It's just more of like a vanilla and a marshmallow scent. So I really, really love that one. That's probably my #1 favorite. But that one can be a little bit on the more feminine side. So they also have Marshmallow Fireside, which is more masculine and more musky. I don't get heavy marshmallow scents with this one. With this one, it definitely smells like you're like by a bonfire or by a fireside, like a fireplace in your house or something like that. I'm clearly really good at describing scents, but my husband really, really loves this one, so I always pick up a few. During this time of the year, you can usually get Marshmallow Fireside in the winter as well. This is another one that I like to pick up the wallflowers and keep them in my house year round. And then, I can't remember if I picked this guy up this season or last season, but I also really love Praline Pecan. This one is definitely much more of like a sweet, like you get the praline and you get the pecan scent. And I'm sorry if it got really dark. Something happened to the sun. It's like behind a cloud or something. But this one is definitely much more sweet. It screams fall to me. It smells so delicious. And this candle here is for one of you. When Marguerite reached out to me and said she wanted to do a collab, she was like, hey, like, I love Bath & Body Works fall candles. And I was like, me too. So she was like, we should give one away. So we are each giving one of these Bath & Body Works candles away. I am not sure what scent she has chosen yet. I will be interested to watch her video and see, but definitely make sure you check out her video as well. Find out the scent of candles she is giving away so you can see. Maybe you want to enter both of them. Maybe you're only interested in one, but all you have to do to enter is make sure you are subscribed not only to me, but to Marguerite, and leave a comment down below. It can be anything. The comment can say, enter me in the giveaway. The comment can be you telling me what your fall favorites are. The comment can be you saying hello, like whatever you want to leave a comment. That will enter you into the giveaway to win this Praline Pecan candle. Otherwise, I will leave like all of the other giveaway information in the description box, like how long the giveaway is going to be, when we're gonna pick a winner, and I'll leave all of that for your reading pleasure in the description box down below. But that is it. That is going to do it for this video. Hopefully my phone is still filming. But I just want to thank Marguerite for collabing with me. I love her. Make sure you check her out. Tell her I sent you. Subscribe to her. She is amazing. Check out what candles she's giving away. If you came from Marguerite's channel, welcome. I hope you enjoyed hearing some of my fall favorites. I hope you enter the giveaway, and I hope that you subscribe before you go. I would love to have you join the KBella fam. I do post 2 videos a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays, but I've been working hard to get a 3rd video up a week on either Mondays or Tuesdays. So definitely give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Enter the giveaway. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.